Greetings, my fellow travelers, and welcome to Spirit Therapy for this first week of May. What an interesting time. Everything feels different. I feel like I look red. We're doing a nighttime version yet again. And I've had so many starts, and I don't like any of them. So if you want to know what happens when the spirit therapist is not quite sure where the center is, this is it. So I realized that making these a little bit more personal and telling you a little bit more about what's going on with me and how I apply these tools, I don't know what else to call them. They're tools that are presented to me and have been presented from many different venues. Abraham, Bashar, Ramtha, a lot of different teachers, and then Alan Watts and Terence McKenna. But yet it is this culmination that has become spirit therapy. So just because I know the tools doesn't mean that I know how to work everything out at every moment with everything. For instance, the camera. I don't really know what it's going to look like until I see it on the big screen. But I'm not going to do it again because the message is the message. So if I look like what I look like in the small screen, it's very, interesting colors going on. But there's been so many starts, so when do you just start? And I realized that this week I'm going to talk about one thing, and that is the art of allowing. And before I talk about that, I have to point out my beautiful necklace. I hope you can see it. From my wonderful friend and client, Alex, down in Florida, at Urban Glam, working there with Neil, the wonderful artistry of hair, which also you can see I have had done here in New York City. But thank you, Alex, for my beautiful necklace. I love it so much. And it's really brought this other feeling to me. It's not something I would necessarily always wear, but yet it feels good and it looks good, but it's different. It feels very different. So thank you, Alex, for this beautiful piece, and also for this understanding of what it's like to take off the mask to a certain extent, what it's like to just be yourself in this new self and have the art of allowing. Bringing it back around to our topic, the art of allowing. So here's my question. Here's what I've been working on, and I don't have it fully worked out yet. So it's very real. The balance beam of the art of allowing, because there's allowing, yes, let it all flow to me, let it all come to me, let it be whatever it will be. Great. But at the same time, there is doing that needs to happen. I needed to put on some makeup, unless I'm going to go freestyle and totally change the look. These things need to happen. Someone needs to turn on the camera. Someone needs to put on the Doctor Who blanket, So where's the balance beam between art of allowing and art of doing? And I feel like that's where we are. While here we are trying to find our balance beam, where is our perfect driving between the cones, not hitting either side. At the same time, taking off the mask of what we've been before. Because the last few weeks, we've talked about the gook, letting go of the gook. So now, if you've let go of any amount of your gook, one, all, anything in between, there is a peeling away of the mask, and it can feel a little odd. Abraham, there's on YouTube called The Art of Allowing, the extended version or something like that. And Abraham says that's our cycle, where we figure something out, we launch another rocket of desire, we wonder what's going to happen, and then something else happens and it feels strange to us, and we go, huh, and then we go to work it out, and then we figure it out and it feels really good, and then but then we realize something's missing, and then we launch another rocket of desire, and then something eventually comes, and then it feels weird and new, and it just continues to happen. So I listened to that a couple days ago, and I feel like that's exactly what's happening now. Because of course, you can see how many videos I've made. It's new, even though I've been doing radio and talking for a long time, but yet I'm finding my own persona, my own who am I for you in a few minutes every week. And what do you need to know? And how much of my life is pertinent to what you need to know. Microcosm, macrocosm. That's the deal. So that's where my head is at. If law of attraction is still in functioning form, if you've tuned into this and you've made it through the first 6 minutes, you're probably on a similar vibration. That's really what spirit therapy is based on, is that I get the information, I see what's going on with me, I apply what has gone on with me and the conclusions I've come to to what's going on with other people, and I see that there is a general theme of what we're going through and what's going on, all in very personal details, and they're all totally, completely different, like snowflakes, which is what makes my job really interesting, because no matter who you are, no matter how mundane you think you may be, you're actually fascinating from the eyes of spirit. Really. I didn't know that's what would happen when I started becoming a spirit therapist, but I've never met one of you that I found boring. So, and I'm not easily amused. So, yeah, there's a through line for all of us. So I hope that's helpful, that I shared some of my personal what's going on. We finally got our roots done. We're settling in a little bit. I hope you're enjoying your retrograde, even though, besides all the outside things that happen with retrogrades, like technology and, miscommunication or anything like that, it does make your head have to think in a different direction. And every time it's something new. So it can frustrate us. But if you recognize this is exactly where we are, we're in retrograde, and Mercury likes to teach us a new way of communication every time he comes around the block. Cool dude when you look at it that way. It's a little matrix puzzle for you. Can you bend the spoon? To bend the spoon is impossible, but when you realize there is no spoon, yeah. All right, I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you very much for listening. Spirit Therapy NYC. Maybe we'll put the thing on, maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to tell these days what's going to happen in the future. But I will leave you with follow your instincts. And we can all find that lovely middle road together. But personally, because it's our own journey and only we know where the middle road is, even if we don't know. Some part of us does know. So, and keep it moving. So, if you could have some answers to the question that I asked of where's the middle road between allowing and doing, please give some comments if you would like to share, and maybe we'll recap next week and see what the spirit therapist mind and my counsel has come up with. All right, well, in love and light, I bid you good night and a beautiful first week of May, and a blessed Beltane for all of you in celebration of spring and the harvest and all that is beautiful and bountiful. All right. See you next week. Have a great one.